Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm very excited because I'm finally going to install the Bimmerhaus Performance rear diff mount insert. Here it is, finally, and of course new hardware to go with it. So what's the benefit of this diff insert? So what it does basically is that it fills the open spaces inside the rear diff mount. That way the center sleeve has no room to move around. So from factory, it is designed to flex slightly, but obviously with age and time, the little suspension bridges of rubber, let's call them for lack of better terms, they get tears and whatnot. And what you end up with is basically the center sleeve where the bolt actually goes through. It keeps going pop, 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 bouncing around every time you shift, every time you get on the throttle, back off the throttle, on the throttle. It just feels sloppy at the end of the day. And we don't want that. So what that's going to do now is that it's going to limit the movement. It's going to eliminate the movement of that center sleeve. Now, the other thing is, why did I go for an insert rather than just replacing it for a solid urethane block? Because you still need to rent a tool or buy the tool, which is about $250. And then there's the labor involved in it. You actually have to lower the diff all the way so you can get the special tool to press out the old one and then press in the new bushing. You don't have to do any of that with this insert. This insert, you just have to remove the bolt, push this in place, put the bolt back in, and you're done. No special tools needed, and more importantly, it's fast. You don't have to, if you go to the dealership is going to charge you about 3 labor hours to do this. My local dealership's hourly rate, I believe, is $199 an hour. So that's $600 that I'm paying in labor to basically remove a bolt, stick an insert, put the bolt back in. That doesn't make sense, right? So of course that's the great benefit of it, and you get all the benefits of a solid urethane block, but installation is much simpler and can be done on the driveway. You don't need a lift. All right, so here we are under the car, and that is our suspect right there. So we got to loosen that and the nut behind it, and the insert is going to go. See if we can. Oh boy, hard to tell, but there's voids there. That's where the insert is going to go. You'll see later. What we're going to do now is that we're going to put a jack under the diff just so we can take some of the weight off of that bolt. Here's how I have this set up right now. I have the jack off to the side here because down here I have my breaker bar going right to the bolt there. I've already knocked it loose. I just need to secure the nut on the other side so I can just buzz it out. All right, so here's the old bolt and nut. All right, there we go. So those are the 4 bridges that I was speaking about earlier. And these two seem fine, but look at the top one right there. What's that, 2 o'clock? That one is completely split all the way. And from this angle, you can't see it, but just above the aluminum there, our 10 o'clock bridge is also broken. Full tear all the way through. So when this thing moves, it goes all the way around. So you see the openings all around it. That's where the insert is going to go in. We're going to go ahead and lubricate it with some white lithium grease, and we're just going to push that boy in. All right, we're about halfway there, and I was able to do all that by hand. But from this point forward, I got to start hitting it with a rubber mallet or prying it somehow into place, which is normal. It's part of the procedure. And it is very well lubricated as well. Check that out. Yeah, that was not bad at all. I just took a very mild hammering, and then at some point, I just ended up using the pry bar and pushing up against the sway bar here, and I just pulled on the bar, and boom, it just slid right in. So perfect. All right, so the next step is going to be to torque down that bolt. It's 175 Newton meter or 129 foot-pounds. Okay, so the issue that I was having was that whenever I would shift, you could feel all the movement back there. And, just overall sloppiness. On and off the throttle, you could feel like it wasn't as tight as it used to be. So let's see now. Okay. Wow. Yeah, that actually took out all the jerkiness out of it. Oh, wow. I knew it was going to be an improvement, but I didn't expect it to be this much. Okay. Open the muffler so you can hear the shifts. Hold on. Hmm. There you go. You can hear it a little better. Down. Third. Wow. Man, this feels good. Yeah, it's so much better. Oh, yeah. Nice. I don't know how well the microphone will pick this up, but let's see. You know what, guys? This is one of those times that something so small makes a massive difference. And let me tell you, this insert definitely made the car feel so much fresher. It got rid of all the slop that I had in the driveline. I mean, when I was doing the turbo, I obviously inspected my motor mounts and they're just fine. I'm like, man, why is it? And I checked my transmission mounts. My transmission mounts look good. I'm like, what is it? So it had to be the differential. And let me tell you, it fixed it all. It feels like what do you call it? More upscale, but yet it's also more performance oriented, like all in one. It's weird, just because it got rid of that slop. So it feels newer. Let's say that it feels like a newer car, but even then it's still an improvement upon it because it still doesn't allow for any play at all. Unlike the new ones, like it would still allow for some play. This allows for no play. But the best thing is that there's no additional vibration or noise inside the cabin. So I'm more than happy with that, especially for the price. So guys, I highly recommend it. Go check out Dan over at Bimmerhaus Performance, and he'll get you guys set up with this. And with that said, guys, thank you so much again. If you liked what you saw, give me a like, consider subscribing. And of course, like I always say, there's more projects coming for the F10 and the Jetta. Thank you so much.